everybody. This is Alessandra. Welcome to my home. Welcome to my kitchen. Take a look at what we have here. We have flour, yeast, salt, some water, but the star of the show is these beautiful zucchini flowers, okay? I want to say, get the camera up on my face. I want to say, Anna, grazie mille for these beautiful zucchini flower. You came over to drop them off. I truly, truly appreciate it. My zucchini, my garden in slow motion this year. I'm not getting flowers, and I was just itching to make this recipe for you. Okay, what we're going to do, first of all, I want to tell you, if you have these in the garden, pick them in the morning. What you're going to do is remove this little stem here that Anna has already removed for me, which is great, and she washed them. But what you also want to do is remove the pistillo inside, which is this part of the flour. You want to remove that. Again, pick them in the morning when they're open so there's no bugs in them. You don't want the extra protein. And then what you do is just pick gently. I broke this one. Okay, let me try it again. You just want to insert your finger and remove the pistillo, which is this part of the flour. Okay, so now they're beautifully washed. So we're gonna set them on the side because what we need to do first is to make the batter where they're going to be dipped and fried. There's lots of ways you can make the fiori di zucchine, but today I'm going to show you one that's stuffed with the mozzarella and ricotta. They will be dipped. It's not a batter. It's almost like a pizza dough. So it's like a zeppoli. In Napoletano, we say pasta cresciuta, which just means leavened dough. It's a high hydration dough, and I'm just going to give you the ingredients right now. It's 2 cups of flour, which is roughly 250 grams of flour. I have half a teaspoon of dry active yeast. Okay, you don't need too much yeast. Let the time rise. You don't want to put too much yeast. It's not really good to just throw a lot of yeast just to make it quick. Let it slow rising is the best way. I have half a teaspoon salt. The reason why I'm not putting too much salt is because they're wonderful when you just sprinkle a little salt at the end when they're fried. Okay, now here I have about 1.5 cups of water. So don't dirty both hands, but definitely you need one hand dirty, and start pouring. First I'm going to mix the ingredients, and then what you do is you start pouring the water. And the reason why I'm keeping this other hand clean is in case I gotta go get more water, then you could do that. Otherwise you make a mess. And also it's not a lot of dough, so it's easier to mix with just one hand. It is a dough that needs to be worked a little bit. You need to, yeah, I'll show you. You know what? I'll stop the talking and I'll show you. And as you could see, I think 1.5 cups might not be enough. Usually, believe it or not, it's equal amount of water to flour. A lot of the reasons it absorbs different amounts, it depends on the weather, how old your flour is, the protein content of your flour. So it's one of those things that exact measurements really don't work. You see, it's picking up the flour, but I think it needs just a little bit more water. And being that my hand is clean, I could just walk over the sink and grab myself more water. By the way, water to room temperature is fine. Okay, see that it looks a little not smooth, but watch this as you work it. So just hold the bowl with one hand and against your belly tight. Just keep like this. This is the best way to do this. Can you do it with a stand-up mixer with the hook attachment? Absolutely, but I don't, I like to get my hands dirty in the dough. Something very relaxing about it, and it really reminds me of when I go to Italy and I see my aunts and my relative and friends make these delicious zucchini imbottiti for us. So look at this beautiful dough. It's just perfect. Now what it has to do, it has to rise. If this dough is made well, when you fry it, it will not absorb any oil, and they're as healthy as baking them, LOL. Okay, well, nothing fried is never too healthy, but it really, they are superb. As this rises, it's gonna take a little bit of time. Just cover with the plastic wrap, leave it in a draft-free place. I like the microwave. Don't put it in the oven because somebody else comes in the house. One of the kids come, put the oven on, and you destroy everything. So cover it up with plastic wrap and let it sit, and then we'll get the zucchini flowers ready. See you in a little bit. Okay, take a look at the pasta cresciuta. It looks perfect. It's doubled in size. It's ready. So I'm gonna move it on the side. Now we're gonna assemble the zucchini flower. I'm gonna stuff it with mozzarella. I have about a cup of ricotta. It's nice and dry. You don't want it too runny. I have a piece of mozzarella that we ate mozzarella yesterday. I'm just gonna cut it up in it inside, right? And I have about another half a pound of mozzarella, just a mozzarella ball. I'm not gonna use it all, maybe just another slice or so to put in here. So what you're gonna do is, you have the fresh cracked black pepper. You always want that. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt and go ahead and mix the mixture, okay? And then what you want to do, I would say I want to add a little bit more mozzarella. So I'm just gonna cut a piece right here, and grossolanamente, it doesn't have to be any specific size. You just cut it up. Okay, now we talked about before how we remove the inside of the zucchini flower. What you want to do, this is gonna be too big of a spoon. I'm gonna grab my little espresso spoon. So what you wanna do is open up the flour. You could also do this with a sac à poche, meaning a piping bag, but I think it just makes more mess, getting more things out. So it's very easily, it's a small opening, so you just close it like this, just a teaspoon in it. And what you want to do with the top, you just twist it. Twist, 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 and put it on the side, and then we'll proceed with the next step. In the meantime, also, what I did is on the stove, I put on a frying pan and about 2 cups of vegetable, canola, sunflower, peanut, any frying oil. Do not use extra virgin olive oil, because when it reaches a certain temperature, it smokes and it's really not ideal for frying. Okay, let me get these started and then we'll move right over to the stove to fry them. Let's check if the oil is ready. So what I do is I dip a toothpick right in my batter, put it in. Look at that. Yes, this works better than a thermometer. So the oil is ready, okay? So this is very important. I want to show you the technique. You dip the flour in, okay? Don't dip it all the way. And what you want to do is you want to twist, twist, twist. You see that? That's exactly. And what that does, it seals also the zucchini flour so the cheese doesn't come out. Take a look at that. Again, twist, twist. Doesn't have to be completely dipped. Actually, they look very beautiful when they're not completely dipped. I'm going to lower the flame just a little bit. I think I had it on maybe a little too high. Again, dip, dip, twist, twist, twist. And then you just go ahead and dip them in the oil. Okay, I'm going to turn the zucchini flour. Look at that. See that? Looks amazing. Okay. Okay. Here's the zucchini flowers that are stuffed with the ricotta and the mozzarella. They're absolutely adorable. There was plenty more. We're eating them. You probably could hear them eating with the forks and the plate. These are little plain zeppoline, okay? I just made them. It's just a fried dough. Now, I have a little bit of the dough left, and I want to show you another way you could do it. So, in this dough, I'm going to grate a pecorino romano. You could also grate, this is a locatelli. I really like a good locatelli. I'm going to do that, and what I'm going to do is take the zucchini flowers and just remove the stem, the pistillo, and just like this, just with your fingers, break it up and what we're going to do is just like make little zeppelis with the shredded zucchini flower inside. It's easier, you don't have to worry about sealing them properly where the mozzarella and ricotta comes out, and they are so very delicious. Usually when we are in Sorrento and we go to the restaurants, these are the first things they put on a table before you start. I call it the eating marathon, because that's what it feels like when we're there. We're constantly eating, but you know, when you're there, you don't think about, okay, let's not eat. We all enjoy it. So, very easy. Stir it all in, okay? Don't worry about if the flowers get a little mushy, because they are very delicate. So make sure that the dough is all well incorporated all around. And I'm gonna add a little bit more, then meet me by the stove and we're gonna fry them up and I'll show you what they look like. I feel the best way is with your hand. So you just grab a little bit. It's easier to control it than with the spoon, and just drop it in, okay? Okay, a little bit more. Keep this hand clean so then you're able to turn them and remove them from the oil. Let's take a look closer. Look how beautiful they look. Okay, now it made a lot more, except I couldn't keep up with the frying and everybody eating. Okay, I want to show you this stuffed one. I'm gonna cut through it. It did cool down, but I just want to cut through it so you could see the inside. Look at that. It's still very hot, but this is pure deliciousness. And then I want to show you just the plain little zucchini flower fritters. Look at that. You see that? That's the way they're supposed to look. You could sprinkle some extra salt on it, but I think I put enough, and then I put the cheese. Wow. Delicious. Delicious. Please, I'm gonna choke. If you like what you see, subscribe, leave me a comment. Until next time, arrivederci. Anna, grazie mille per I fiori di zucca. I truly appreciate you coming here to drop them off. Ciao, alla prossima.